everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom and I have just witnessed Ipswich Town 3, Leeds United 2 in just about the most ridiculous game of football I've seen all season. All smiles if you're an Ipswich fan. Relegation confirmed a while back, so some joy on the last day of the season, only a fifth win of the season to go away with, but no laughing matter if you are a Leeds fan. They are not in good form as we go into a playoff against, now confirmed, against Derby County for Leeds. If you're a Leeds fan, did you see that as just a freebie and like an end of season friendly, or is that more bad preparation for this playoff game? We will find out, but here is what happened. Ipswich lineup: Bielkowski in goal, Bree, Chambers, Nsiala, Kenlock across the back four, Skew sitting in front, Downs and Chalobah with him in centre midfield, Dazelle down the right, Judge down the left, Colin Quainer the centre forward. Leeds, strong team here. I know their under 23s are playing tomorrow, I think, so no danger of Bielsa resting lots and lots of people. Remember, they've lost a fair amount of games in this run-in, and they could have done with a confidence building win today, maybe. Did not happen. Casilla in goal, Ayling, Janssen, Cooper, Dallas the back four, Phillips, Forshaw and Klitsch ahead of him in centre midfield, Hernandez down the right, Harrison down the left, Kamar Roof in for the suspended Patrick Bamford today. So Leeds needed 1 point to confirm third place. That was assuming that West Brom got anything at Derby at all. A win for West Brom today and Leeds actually would have finished in fourth, but that did not happen. Derby winning their complete dead rubber for Ipswich. Couldn't even get off the bottom here. 4 points the difference between them and Bolton at the start of the day. 7 minutes in, Leeds corner, Ipswich go to clear out to Klitsch, edge of the box. The first of three first half efforts from Klitsch. He's going to get closer every time. Shanks this one wide with the left foot. Lovely ball round the outside by Dallas. It spins in. Roof gets in behind. Goodness me, early warnings of something that's going to happen in the last minutes of the game here. Tricky angle, drags it across goal with the left foot. Chambers caught out by Roof, not for the first time today. Klitsch into the channel down the right, lifts it in, half cleared by Nsiala. Harrison arriving, drives wide from the D. Dallas with a silly ball across the box here. Judge reads it well onto Quainer. He tries to get it under control, half tackled, and it breaks for Downs, right hand side, 8 yards out. He pulls the trigger and it's a big challenge here. Pontus Janssen dives in to deflect that ride and really bail out that poor ball across by Dallas in the first instance. 20 minutes poor from Chambers. He's not having a good game. Gives it away. Switched immediately right to Hernandez. Forshaw is on the overlap into the box. It opens up for the shot for Forshaw. Drives it with the right foot. Bielkowski parries. It comes quickly at Hernandez and he can't control it to pop that one in. We're on 27 minutes. Dazelle feeds it through to Quainer. Casilla comes flying out. We saw this happen with Billy Sharp against Sheffield United. Quainer looks like he wants the penalty. He knocks it around him away from the goal. That might have been key here in the referee's decision. He jumps over Casilla and then goes down. We know about the rules here where you don't actually have to catch the guy. If he dives through you and you get out the way, there can still be a foul. Calls from Ipswich fans here for the red card. I think referee probably gets this one right. I've only seen it in real time, but from what I saw, Quainer knocks it wide of him, and I think there are players alongside him, maybe to stop the obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Casilla doesn't actually catch him either. I know that's not relevant, but I'd be interested in people's comments on that one. Haven't seen that one back, but possibly on one viewing in real time, I think that's possibly not a goal-scoring opportunity. Casilla takes the yellow card, but from the free kick, Ipswich take the lead. Unbelievable stuff. Judge with the right footer. He swings this one in. Chambers and Nsiala both, and Nsiala, I can't even say it, both converging on the ball right in the middle of the goal. Big melee there. The ball bounces down. Here comes Flynn Downs. The ball bounces once. He's going to kind of swivel his body whilst in the air on the right foot. Hits it nice and early from, I don't know, middle of the goal, 7 or 8 yards out. And he hits it so early, Casilla, presumably he's got men in the way of him as well. Can't see it. And it is into the back of the net. We'll come on to the narrative with Leeds not being able to finish again when we wrap up this vlog. But Leeds, all the possession, all the territory, but decent chances for Ipswich. The one for Downs as well, playing on a Leeds mistake. They get a lot of the game right, but they don't create great chances, and more often than not they don't finish them, and Ipswich bung a free kick into the box and have the lead slightly against the run of play. Goodness me, 35. Dallas beats Bree in the air. He gets the run on him now, takes the return ball, crosses it in. Roof is arriving. Good block by Nsiala. Corner for Leeds, out. Back in on the second face here. Nsiala there again. He stops Cooper. This time, third corner here. Leeds piling on the pressure. Loads and loads of men forward. Falls for Klitsch. 25 yards out. Right foot. Half volley. Well over. Shot number 2 for Klitsch. And worth mentioning that Toto Nsiala is known for being a bit rugged and making the odd mistake. Making quite a lot of mistakes. But I contend in League One, when the chips are down and it's an attacking game, head it, kick it, defending, he's actually a good defender, and I thought he played well in this first half here. That said, Leeds are going to equalise just before half-time. Forshaw gets it in the centre. It's a lovely diagonal ball out to the right, and Ayling will run up and down all game for you. He gets right down the side there. Is he going to make it in time? It's a good run by Ayling, and it's a good ball by Forshaw. Holds up just in time, and this is good play by Ayling because I don't believe he takes a touch. He cuts it right back, and it's a really nice ball back into the path of Klitsch. As I said, he's already had 2 sighters. He runs onto this, he's closer in, and Ayling sets it up lovely for him, smacks it with the right foot, and it is past Białkowski before he's even seen it, and we go into half-time 1-1. On the balance of play here, Leeds probably should lead, but I can't come on here and say this every week for Leeds on the balance of play about all the parts of their team that work really well, but they don't take the chances, and they do have that soft underbelly. So was it against the run of play that Ipswich go in 1-1? I don't know. We're going to find out in the playoffs, aren't we, and see with Leeds. Contentious thing with Casilla, probably ref getting that one just right again. I haven't seen a replay of that. I've only seen that once in real time. So Leeds edging it, but 1-1 half time, and I'm thinking Leeds are going to go on. And I even text our lovely Blue Monday WhatsApp group and say, oh, they'll go on and win this 2-1 or 3-1. What nonsense I was talking, because straight after half-time, Ipswich go back in front. And it's suicidal, honestly. Leeds, they want to start the second half with pressure, but they push loads and loads of men forward, and then Ipswich get the run on them. They get a counter-attack here. Quainer busies himself first, and they break the press. On comes Chalobah, and he drives forward, and you can see that it's kind of 3 Ipswich runners against an open defence running back, and for once Ipswich play some decisive football. Chalobah, we know he can drive with the ball. Out he comes. He feeds Quainer, who's gone ahead of him, and the whole ground can see that Andre Dazelle is completely open on the right hand side, and for once can Ipswich play the right pass and finish it off? Yes, they can. Quainer feeds it in for Dazelle. He's running onto it, and we know Dazelle's got a lovely left foot, and there is a player in there. He waits, he receives the ball, he opens up his body, hits it with the left foot around Casilla into the corner, and Ipswich are 2-1 up when I thought Leeds were going to go on and win this game in the second half. Again, the soft underbelly, and Ipswich take the lead. Great that 2 Ipswich youngsters scored today, Downs and Dazelle, both on the score sheet. Will they be important players in League One next season. On we go, 48. Dallas robs Bree here, inside to Roof, sorts his feet out, smashes it over from 20 yards here. 59, Unciala makes a good tackle, slides and wins it, but Roof is following it up, feeds it through to Hernandez. He's in off the right, hits it with the left foot, and Białkowski down to make the save to his left-hand side. On 60, Bielsa makes a move. It's Forshaw goes out for Clark, so Harrison switches sides. Hernandez comes into the middle. Harrison's going to play down the right. Hernandez centre and Clark down the left. A nice bit of pace on for Leeds here in the shape of Jack Clark. Paul Lambert replies immediately, actually, even when they're making a substitution. When he sees which number is coming off, he realises what they're going to do. Caden Jackson comes in, and Ipswich with now a more flat 4-1-4-1 system. Downs goes out, Jackson comes in, and Lambert's just putting pace down the right-hand side to cope now with Clark and... who's the Leeds left back? Goodness me, wake up, Ben. Clark and Dallas coming down the left-hand side. 63, Phillips wins in the free kick here. Half cleared, Białkowski not totally convincing with the punch. Headed back and over it goes. 67, corner, swung in. Białkowski, he's flapping now, not good at all. Over his head, it goes in the crowd. Cooper arriving. The Leeds fans think he's headed it in, but he heads it wide of the post. Good chance this. 69, my God! Ipswich, horrific defending here. It's a low rolling ball from right to left, and they all watch it. It seems to go through centre midfield, through the centre backs, and Bree leaves it at the back post. In goes Clark. He's in behind. He's got the pace to get away from Bree. Cuts inside, hits the shot. Saved by Białkowski. Out it bounces to Hernandez. He shoots it right-footed, and that one's blocked. How have Leeds not scored from that? They can't finish. My God, they can't finish. Deary me. 72. Callum Elder comes in to make a very weird-looking midfield for Ipswich. So they're going to play two left-backs now down the right-hand to defend Leeds' right-hand side. You're going to have Kenlock with Elder in front of him. Elder also adds a little bit of height on defensive set plays here. And we do actually see Alan Judge in a 4-4-1-1 formation. We often see Judge accused of playing wide and not doing much defensive work. Well, he's in a completely free role here. 4-4-1-1 now. Skews kind of steps out a bit. Flat formation, and Judge in the 10 position off Quainer up front. Jackson comes on like a headless chicken and runs ahead of the ball and then concedes a yellow card within about 2 minutes. And now we get what I think is quite a contentious Leeds equaliser. Again, I've only seen this in real time. There's some really nice football. They work it from left to right. Clark has got it. He plays it inside to Hernandez, and it's a ridiculous pass from Hernandez. He touches it, and good play by Aylin. Again, I know I criticised him in the preview show, but he's really instrumental in 2 goals here today. Hernandez clips it over absolutely beautifully. He's close to the defence, and how he can split the defence from that distance. What a great player. Chips it over the top. Ayling on the full volley here, volleys this across. Nice play again by Ayling. Roof, point blank range, chests it. It hits the crossbar, bounces down, and all I see is Stuart Dallas run in and sweep it in. And I've got friends behind the goal who've texted me with a very, very big handball shout there. Again, haven't seen it in real time, so if that's wrong, then so be it. But big handball shout from the Ipswich defenders. Leeds sweep it in. Dallas with the goal. 2-2. Now surely Leeds are going to go on to win the game, because 3 minutes later it's slid through, and Chambers again, we saw this in the first half, gets horribly caught out. Roof is behind him. Chambers is running with all his might, but he's running in quicksand. Roof goes through, middle of the goal, he pulls the trigger. Chambers makes the foul, and this is an obvious goal scoring opportunity, and Luke Chambers gets a red card. And I wonder if there's anything symbolic about that. A lot say Chambers is a great captain, a great leader, a great presence at the club. He's going to drop a level now to League One, but I don't know whether this game underlines him as a fading force in the Championship as a Championship centre-back. Comment if you think that's unfair or if you think that that's right. But it did seem symbolic that as we went down, Chambers left with a red card and unable to cope with a top-end Championship team like Leeds. So up steps Kemar Roofe to take the penalty, and this is just ridiculous. So it's a short run-up. It's a Leeds striker who will play the semi-final first leg because Bamford is suspended. He does the kind of quick steps run up he goes, and he must kick the ball 1 foot against the other. It's ridiculous. He slips as he takes it. See David Beckham in the Euros in 2004. The ball spoons up and over it goes. I think the Leeds players were quite quick to jump on Roofe and say, look, up you get, mate, don't worry, it's a mistake, it happens. And then we see the ref actually gives a free kick. So even if that ball loops and goes in the goal, if Białkowski dives the wrong way and it flies in the other, it wouldn't have stood because Roofe obviously touched the ball twice before any other player does on the pitch. Crazy stuff. And I'm saying this narrative of Leeds not taking their chances and not finishing well. What's the XG for a penalty? 76% or something, and Leeds miss it. Incredible stuff here. 83, Ipswich surprisingly get a free kick and do send Toto Nsiala forward. Some big shouting match with Pontus Jansson there. We know Jansson likes to get in these. Nsiala gets a yellow card, doesn't keep his powder dry. 87, Harrison down the left, crosses into Roofe, swings back, heads it over the bar here. And it's just ridiculous. As the full-time clock is coming up, 89 minutes, Ipswich win a free kick. I mean, Klitsch jumps in to judge. And again, they send men forward. So fair dues for 10 men, Ipswich for sending men forward here. The ball's lifted into the box. It gets cleared. And it goes out to James Bree. And to be fair, Leeds, this is a good press. They're 10 against 11 and they want to force Bree into a mistake. He wants to go down the channel, I think. And the press is good by Leeds. It goes back to Chalobah, who just humps it up into the box, over to the far corner. And it's just hopeless by Casilla and Ayling. They're together. Casilla is way off his line. We don't know what was said, who called, who left it, who called. It does have to be said in Ayling's defence, though, that if the goalie is that far from the line, then he should be dealing with whatever is in front of him. Ayling and Casilla don't deal with it. It goes spared to Colin Quainer. He hits it with the left foot and it trickles into the empty net. I'm laughing. If you're a Leeds fan, you're not laughing at this because this is not going to get you through the playoffs. My goodness me, an Ipswich lead against third place Leeds. Ipswich with 10 men have got the third goal. Okay, the second goal was good, but a couple of set plays and this soft underbelly we talk about with Leeds is rearing its very ugly head again. If you're a Leeds fan, Quainer gets the goal. Big noise in the ground and a ridiculous win here for Ipswich. There is one more chance here for Leeds, about 92, 93. Ref didn't seem to play 5 minutes here of the stoppage time. Clark gets in a 10 position, feeds it through to Harrison. He's in behind, opens up for the shot, and I think it's Toto Nsiala again. Makes the block. Ipswich get the win, by God. And I was quick to tweet out now, in this pathetic season for Ipswich, they've drawn with Norwich, drawn with Sheffield United and beaten Leeds at home. So unbeaten against the top three this season. I know they've been absolutely hopeless and have not very many points and have only won 5 games. But hey, something to throw out there as a bit of a weird stat. From an Ipswich point of view, let's just get this out of the way before we talk about the far more relevant impending Leeds playoff. Nice for Ipswich to get a win to finish with. If that spikes the season tickets a little bit more in the short term, great. There was a record that was going to go under again, and for the second time in 3 seasons, Ipswich score 3 goals on the last day of the season, very late on, to save a record of scoring in 3 goals in at least one home game in every season. So they've managed to do that. 2 youngsters on the score sheet with Downs and Dazelle both getting goals. That is great, but big mitigating factors in this performance. I think There's no way Leeds should have lost that game. Crazy, crazy stuff. But we will take the win. We will take it, by God. Significant that Chambers goes off with a red card. Who knows? Significant that Białkowski seemed to say a long goodbye at the end. Definitely a big earner. New contract last summer for Białkowski. Don't know whether he'll be able to be kept. Off we go into summer. Let's get an end to this god-awful season and hopefully regenerate now as a club and come back stronger in League One next season. But Leeds are now going to be playing Derby. I saw Leeds absolutely batter Derby in the Spygate game, 2-0. Jack Clark outstanding in that game. They've got it in them to do it, but they have just not reached the heights that they can reach for a long time now, Leeds. I saw Leeds at Villa, imperious, brilliant. Leeds on the telly, I saw them against West Brom. They destroyed them, and they destroyed Derby. These three performances that probably not even Norwich and Sheffield United have reached. But look where Norwich and Sheffield United are. They are promoted. They've been far more consistent than Leeds. And in this running, Leeds have lost way too many games. With Norwich and Sheffield United up the top there, at least when they've been under the cosh, they haven't lost. And Leeds have gone under whenever they've been under the cosh in this running. It doesn't bode well, but as Harry pointed out on our preview show before this game, Bielsa has been a tournament manager. And, you know, if you wanted anyone managing you in a playoff campaign, it would be Bielsa, I guess, against the inexperienced Lampard. But if you're a Leeds fan and you're watching this, are you worried about this form at the moment? They're not putting the chances in up the top end. Questions about Bamford. Roof will no doubt start the first leg. Bamford will be back for the second one with a 2-match ban. I love Hernandez. Yeah, brilliant for that second goal. Are you too reliant on him to create? If he doesn't create, are the chances good enough for the forward players to take for Leeds? And the underbelly, we all praise Casilla. He may be a bit quick off his line sometimes, as we've seen today. Cooper and Janssen and Phillips. Why the soft underbelly? I don't get it. Leeds are conceding too many goals. They need to get this right in the playoffs. I'm really interested in Leeds fans' thoughts of how they can rectify this business of not taking chances and having a soft underbelly when in-game the passing's so good. Phillips has got it ticking over. The pressing is good. Everything looks fine, but then problems in both penalty boxes. And that, I'm afraid, as Neil Warnock will tell you, is where games of football are won. Whatever your pressing stats, whatever your passing stats, however good your creative players are, you've got to do the business in both boxes. So very interested to hear from Leeds fans about this and about the impending game against Derby. Let's finish on Ipswich. Terrible season. Bye-bye to a lot of the Championship teams now. I will be here next season following the Championship still and following Ipswich in League One. So please keep subscribing to the channel because there will be more Championship stuff as we go into a very exciting playoff situation now. Leeds Derby, Spygate revisited, Villa, West Brom, West Midlands Derby. Narrative everywhere. Get your comments in. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Thank you to every one of you who's watched videos this regular season, and keep there watching because the playoffs, they never let you down, do they? Thanks for watching. Over and out.